Hello and welcome back to the Leader of the Pack podcast. I am your friend and confidant Marcelo, and I am back here with you today as we share some wisdom, insight, and laughter in today's world. So, if you're new here, you're probably wondering, what is Leader of the Pack? Leader of the Pack is a brotherhood, some call it a movement, to re-empower us to be the great men God designed us to be. We're a tribe of men that are constantly working on ourselves and holding each other accountable to stand up, lead, and protect. If you're looking to be a part of such a powerful movement, this is it. So today we have another amazing message from the founder of our organization. Rabbi Natan is going to talk a little bit more about these pillars of our movement: stand up, lead, and protect. What do these pillars mean? What value do we, as men, take away from such pivotal yet simple pillars? Guys, it's just so simple, and yet we overlook it time and time again. So let's take a moment and let's learn to see what he has to share and see what we can take away from this message.
So stand up. The reason that that's the first pillar of Leader of the Pack is because men have been told for too many years to shut up and sit down. Men have been told for too many years, stop being so vocal. Let the women have a voice, which I agree with. The women should have a voice. In fact, the culture that I come from, the Jewish culture, has so much to teach about women having a powerful voice. Even a voice, even that their souls come from a higher place than man, that they hear God more directly than man does, that they're a guiding light for man. I'm not, God forbid, in any way saying that women should not have a voice. But what the world got wrong is that they believed that for women to have a voice, men needed to not have a voice. I'm going to say that again. Where the world got it wrong is to believe that for women to have a voice, men had to not have a voice. Now, I will take men's responsibility for that, because men did not create a safe place for their women to have a voice. And so they were pushed down by society. Man, you are unreliable because you are not allowing your wife to have a space to have her voice. You are not allowing women to voice their opinions in a safe place. So the reaction of the world was man, shut up and sit down. Stop being so aggressive. Stop being so over, what's the word? You know what I mean? Just shut up and sit down. And that's what men did. They learned that they were not allowed to stand up for who they are. They're not even allowed to stand up for their family. I've had discussions with guys that have told me that they allowed religious leaders to berate their wife in public, and they did not stand up against that religious leader because it was a religious leader. They would have been told to shut up and sit down. The place of a man that is not the political leader, the religious leader, whatever it is, the society gives them some title, is just to shut up and listen. Men allowed their families to be cheated by other people. Men allowed other men to be a husband to their wife. And they were told, whether vocally or emotionally or whatever, shut up and sit down. Men were told to sit in their place, in their corner. You deserve it, dude. You don't pay any attention to your wife. Obviously, another man is going to come in on your territory. Men did not stand up for their families. Men allowed society and individuals to step all over them, use their wives, use their children. So the first pillar is stand up, man. Stand up. And for those of you that believe in God, you are made in the image of God. So stand up. It's time to stand up and be who you are. You are a man. Society relies on you. You have a responsibility to yourself, to your family, to your community, and to your world. Stop sitting down and shutting up. Stand up and believe in who you are. Then we can move on. Then we can move to the next step. Next step. Lead. The world has, unfortunately, received the leaders that we deserve. And the world has allowed leaders to use their leadership as power rather than responsibility. And I teach this, I talk with our men in Leader of the Pack about this all the time. Leadership does not mean power. Leadership means responsibility. What does that mean? It means, man, you wake up before your family. Your wife gets up and sees that you've been up praying, learning Bible, working out on your own body, doing what you need to do as a man, increasing your wisdom, whatever it is. Your children wake up and go, hold on a second. Dad was awake when I went to sleep. Dad is awake now when I woke up. Does that man ever sleep? You know, men wonder, like, why do my children not respect me? Why do they not run to me at the door when I come home from work? Why do they speak badly to me? Why do they look down on me? Well, men, what are our children watching us do? Do they watch us sit on our phones playing stupid games all day? Do they watch us drinking ourselves, having to drink beyond whatever it is? Are you being irresponsible in your drinking? Are you being irresponsible in your eating? You want your boys to be strong, grow up, and be men who have muscles, have a good body, are respected by the world, and we sit there eating crap all day? Are we going to the gym, or are we working out wherever it is? Are our children waking up and seeing us doing push-ups and sit-ups and pull-ups? Are they seeing us going for walks with our wife, going for runs? Leadership was taken away from us because we abused it, men. Because we said, we are the leaders. Why? Because we're the men. So prove it. Leadership will be given back to us when we show that we understand leadership is not about power. It's about responsibility. We wake up earlier than our family and we go to bed later than our family. We work harder to provide. We continue to be wise. We learn new things every day. When our kids see that we're learning new things every day, they're going to want to know from us. If they see us wasting our time, they see us doing nothing with our lives, well, why would they want us to lead them? And our wives, why have we lost our rightful place as leaders in the home? Because we haven't led. We've been irresponsible. Men, we've been looking at other women. We've been using money as an idol. We've been collecting things rather than working towards goals. Leader of the pack, lead is not about demanding our role in leadership, but earning our role in leadership. And some of the most amazing things have happened Marcelo, I've had wives write to me, send me emails saying, what did you do with my husband? Especially those guys who come to Israel on our yearly Brotherhood journey. I've had wives say, I sent you a 30, 40, 50-year-old boy and you finally sent me home a man. Now, I didn't do that. The Brotherhood did. The experience did. The holding of accountability did. Men actually leading. The other day, I had one of my brothers tell me about how he stepped forward at work. He's in the healthcare industry. He's front line with Corona, and they were having a meeting with the suits of the hospital, and the suits of the hospital were the management were telling them all the different procedures, but in such an airy-fairy general way without specifics. And this man said to me, Nathan, I stepped forward like I would have never before I joined Leader of the Pack. And I said to these people who are, in inverted commas, my leadership, my management, I said, you're talking in general terms. I'm here on the battlefield. I need to know the specifics of what you're talking about. Before he came to Leader of the Pack, he would have just said, okay, yes, sir, yes, ma'am, and had all this doubt in his mind about what to do. Now, not only did he demand what he rightfully should have been given in the first place, the people in his team were thankful for him for stepping forward and asking the question that answered for all of them. Leadership is responsibility. Leadership is not given to us, it is earned. The last pillar of Leader of the Pack is protect. Protecting our families, our community, ourselves in a physical, spiritual, emotional, and mental capacity. It means that we as men are no longer running away because we're scared of any of those things. But when we learn how to stand up in our rightful place because it's been earned, because we know who we are, when we learn to lead with responsibility, then we can stand forward and we can protect. Leader of the Pack teaches so much about protection, from the practicalities of learning Krav Maga. Guys, one of my brothers from Leader of the Pack told me the other day, he started showing his wife how to protect herself against a knife attack, against a gun attack. Before that, she was like looking up to other men that looked stronger, that looked more muscular, whatever it was, looked like they knew jujitsu or whatever it was. Her husband stepped forward and said, hey, I can show you how to do that. She's like, oh, seriously? And he showed her how to protect herself against a weapon. Now, you may turn around and go, okay, is a woman really going to be approached by some dude with a knife? Who knows? Is a woman really going to be approached by someone with a gun? Who knows? But more importantly to me is how that woman now looks up to her husband as a leader, as a protector. We live in a dangerous world, so any of those things could happen. But more than anything, it gave him a tool to lead his wife, not by demanding it, but by earning it and showing how he's investing in himself. Not to buy a new car and not to play a video game and not to waste time, but he's investing in himself as a man to learn how to protect his own family and how to teach his family to protect themselves. That's what matters the most. So, in short, that's what Stand Up, Lead and Protect is about. It's about Leader of the Pack, leading the world, changing the place of man, not demanding our place in leadership, but re-earning it. Re-earning it through responsibility, through true true leadership.
Yeah, that is so good. Remember, true leadership is earned. It's not stolen. It's not taken away. It's not gifted. It's earned. So, what are you doing to be a good leader? Did you learn something today? I know I did. Stand up, lead, and protect. Such great pillars to lead your life by. So be sure to follow us on Facebook and continue on this conversation. You want to hear more? You can hit the subscribe button wherever you're listening to this right now. There's also links below in the description that talk more about who we are, where we are, what we're doing, and where we're going. So as always, stand up, lead, and protect. God bless. My name is Marcelo, and I hope to connect with you soon.